The head of the National Anti-Corruption Commission, Paul Brereton, has decided to step away from all defence investigations. Mr Brereton's announcement comes amid mounting pressure on the Commissioner to address concerns about his military ties and handling of perceived conflicts of interest.
Yeah, so last month the ABC revealed that Mr Brereton had twice been given special permission to stay on in the reserves past retirement age. And just a few weeks ago, Senate estimates heard that he'd consulted for the Inspector General of the Australian Defence Force on 11 separate occasions since taking on the top integrity job. Well, any defence-related referral will now be allocated to a Deputy Commissioner. And Geoffrey Watson SC is the Director of Centre for Public Integrity and a former NACC counsel. Well, he says that the optics surrounding Mr Brereton does not align with the objectivity of the NACC.
Really quite obvious that Mr Brereton has long, deep-rooted connections with the military. After all, he's a Major General. But the point is that after taking up this role, he also kept those connections going. Now, he would say in a non-active way, in only a minor way. But there's, by the way, excellent work by an ABC journalist, Olivia Caseley, which has produced a lot of information which shows continuing connections, at least at a personal level, of Mr Brereton, of pending functions, attending events. But worse, he keeps on a consultancy to the Inspector General of the Australian Defence Forces, and that role with the ADF, it's just got the potential to put you into conflict. It looks bad. Right. I'm not saying that the fellow is actually biased. I just say that the test is you should look to be completely neutral when you're dealing with these sorts of referrals.
Yeah, it is an issue of optics, isn't it? I mean, that is the case. But I wonder here whether the onus was on Mr Brereton to recuse himself from the Afghan cases, or was it a failing of an oversight by the NACC?
It wasn't limited to anything to do with Afghanistan. It was anything to do with the military. The connections are just too deep and too long term. You can't evade them. And it's not so much a failure of the NACC. It's a failure of Mr Brereton to see the problem and deal with it early on. I could come back to this, but I also see it as being a bit of a failing in the appointment of Mr Brereton in the first place.
In what way?
Well, think about it now. I mean, I was involved in the design of the NACC. We always used to estimate that defence matters would be the largest source of work for the NACC. It's the huge procurements, and there is notoriously a lot of corruption in that area. Now, I do see in the statement, the NACC has said that it makes up 3% of its work. Well, that's not right. That's distorted because of the huge number of complaints about robo-debt. It's been kind of swamped. Once the NACC gets up and rolling, there is no doubt defence is going to be its best customer.